Hi, I'm Ethan Sant Van Sant.
Hi, my name is Mara Faris.
Brodie Spurlock here.
Dread Screamer, and you'll see why.
Favorite card in the game. If we're talking aesthetics, Uvia takes the cake. Big pink mommy dragon, super my vibe. Otherwise, gotta give it to Kyloria. I love drawing cards. I love Snatch. Kyloria is just a big snatch on a stick.
My favorite card is Become the Arcanite, and the user of that specialization, my favorite hero, is Viserai.
Viserai. Just in its entirety, adult, young, rune
Full
chants,
stop.
all
Yeah,
that
full
purple
stop.
shit. Yeah.
All that purple.
Everything with 6 power. Just a big old blanket. We should just, if LSS could ban 6 power attacks, I'd be very happy.
My least favorite card in the game, at least right now, is Warmonger's Diplomacy. I feel like it beats up all of my favorite heroes.
Probably the first nationals where I flew into Orlando with a good local friend of mine back in Michigan. It was his first time flying, and so we just had a really wholesome trip. Being the first event where I met people, I just randomly ran into Majin Bay. Like, I didn't even know played Flesh and Blood yet, but to that world, he was just Caleb Van Patten.
I mean, I think it's got to be Pro Tour Baltimore, right? The whole experience of Pro Tour Baltimore was great. I mean, obviously taking second at a Pro Tour is fantastic. I made so many friends at that event. I got to hang out with so many people. Plus, I think that was the first time I realized that I had fans.
Oh, that's a good question. Pro Tour Baltimore earlier this year, just being there with all the Wolfpack, having an amazing time, and watching our teammate Michael Fang take down the whole Pro Tour.
I think Lucas Oswald is truly one of the best players in the game, and even though we practice quite a bit, to play him in an event would just let me know that I'm down percentage points, like from the get-go. Not only because he's incredible, but because he in particular knows the ins and outs of Leviah, and a pro player who knows Leviah and has played Leviah and probably plays Leviah better than me is, yeah, just a terrifying force to behold.
This one's easy. Michael Fang. I love him. He's my teammate. He is an amazing player, but Michael has a history now of psyoping the crap out of me. Pro Tour Baltimore, I just watched him play a 3-hour-long slugfest into a Dromai, so I prepped for super fatigue, and he pivots hard aggro, beats the hell out of me. In Atlanta, he's on Lexi, 4 poppers in the first, 2 hands, no poppers left, let's go, hard commit to the board. Dude runs 9 poppers in Lexi, wipes the floor with me again.
Michael Fang. No further comment. He's the scariest player out there.
For sure.
I'll call out Kendra. I think Kendra, one of the OG League of Leviah members out there in Colorado, has to come to more events. She is the U.S. brute queen at minimum. Taught me a lot with Leviah, and I just don't see her that much anymore. So get out there, take more titles. Need your help out here.
Can I throw down the entire Dromai cabal? There is a whole cabal of Dromai players that all play the big dragon control style Dromai, and all of them just hate the way that I play the deck. They're all good friends of mine, but yeah, we'll throw down some Dromai mirror matches. Empress versus the cabal.
Lucas Oswald recently beat me in the finals of a PTI event in his hometown, St. Louis, so I am hoping for the rematch. We got to battle again.
Learn your dash archetypes. I think you can play aggro, you can play this kind of mid-range with backup protocol and scrap prospectors, or you can just end up with a pile that somehow fatigues by damage. Dash is really, really intricate, and I have not mastered all the archetypes. It's really hard to get that kind of reps in with draft, right? But that is absolutely one of the highest skill ceiling decks to really master, just because of the different ways you can build it.
Have a plan for fatigue. Tekla fatigue is kind of the default strategy in this format. I'm not one of the people that believes that Tekla fatigue is the only strategy. I think there are absolutely other ways you can play, but always draft in a way that you are ready to play fatigue. Play a game into fatigue. Look for a lot of attacks that are very high value in terms of cards taken out of your deck. The big 3-for-6s and 3-for-7s are very high priority because they're very efficient into fatigue.
One tip that I think is helpful to know is just a niche interaction, which is that if you have an item in play, a crank item in play, and it has a counter on it, a steam counter, when you get to the start of your turn, if you need that item to die for one of the effects like Soup Up or Torque Tuned, you can let it die even if it has a counter. You can just say, I choose not to remove the counter. I think reading the card, this is something people maybe don't notice at first and is pretty helpful to know.
I think, strangely enough, Viserai, who really had no place being played, right? Had a terrible Icelander matchup. Icelander got to just run the pajamas and just walk all over you. Icelander now benefits from not only that matchup there, but people potentially trimming blues, right? Now comes in and deals more like effective true damage with their arcane. That is not an endorsement to play Viserai by any means. Do not show up with that hero.
So I think the obvious answer is Ninja. I think we're gonna see a big resurgence of Ninja. Both Fi and Katsu have been kind of kept in check by Icelander for a while. I think a surprise answer might be Bolt. I don't think we're gonna see Bolton just run rampant, but combo Bolton and has gotten a lot of new tools in the last like year or so, and has still been kind of sitting on the sidelines. It would not surprise me to see a little bit more movement from that side of things.
Ninjas are the immediate go-to that didn't have a fantastic Icelander matchup. And then I also want to mention, not as high tier recently, but both Warriors, I think, had a pretty bad Icelander matchup. So maybe those two start to push their way more into serious tournament picks now that such a bad matchup is gone from the meta.
Well, the Realm Rumble has been a terrific sponsored partner to Savage Feats for a long time, so huge shout out for that. It's been a long time coming of hyping up this event again and again after every live stream and just building the excitement, just knowing that I'd be going and seeing all my friends again and pulling off another hopefully finished cosplay. We're working on that in the background. It's just such a celebration of Flesh and Blood, and every time is just an incredible showing of community support, fun to be had, the drinking, the games, and for once more games than ever. Like I might actually go out of my way and like try Lorcana Alpha Clash. Like the fact that all this is at one venue, it just perks my interest. So I'm just looking forward to all of it. I think, especially you, Sam, you specifically.
You stop it.
Realm Rumble 2023 kicks ass. I am so hyped. I'm so excited. Though Realm has done so much for this game, and I am more than excited to see this culmination of a year's worth of work and hype and promotion, and this proving like let's have a big third party tournament circuit, and it's going to be amazing and awesome, and I'm super here for it.
I am extremely excited for the Rumble. I think it's sick that we have this kind of tournament circuit going on in addition to like the normal LSS OP. And I've been at the Brawls this year and I've had a great time. And I'm just, excited to have qualified. And thanks to the Realm Games for putting this on. I can't wait.